welcome to the latest episode of Millennial Money. So this week I'm going to be sharing with you how I managed to clear off my credit card debt. So I had about £3,000 on a credit card and I just want to share with you a few tips that I used that helped me to clear my credit card off in April this year, 2020. So the first thing was I used a balance transfer. So I use a 0% balance transfer to transfer the money from one credit card when my 0% purchase period ran out onto another credit card so that it wasn't charged any interest. Now, it's really important that when you transfer any money via balance transfer that you always set up a direct debit to pay at least the minimum, but preferably more than the minimum. This is so that you ensure that you don't default on any payments and therefore negatively impact your credit rating. Also, if you try to pay more than the minimum every single month, that will ensure that you clear the credit card debt in a shorter time frame than you would if you were paying the minimum. And also, it guarantees you pay less interest over the period of time. So I know it can be quite difficult to pay more than the minimum, but for example, I set £50 as my minimum amount, which was over the recommended minimum by the credit card provider, and I paid this consistently until I was able to pay a higher amount, and then I upped it as and when I could. Another thing I did when I cleared my credit card debt was I prioritised the expensive debt. So initially, when I did my first credit card balance transfer, I'd managed to move all the money over to the balance transfer and I was just clearing the balance transfer credit card. But as with everything, and life happens and things happen, you need to pay for things, I ended up putting more money on my purchase credit card, which had come to the end of the 0% interest-free period, which therefore meant that I was then going to be charged interest. I then had to prioritise paying the credit card that had the interest on it in order to try and prevent how much I was paying. So I was trying to clear that as quickly as I could. I also, in my personal credit card journey, I actually did more than one balance transfer. It is possible to do more than one balance transfer. If you need to do it, try not to do it in close succession of one another because it does impact your credit rating. However, if you need to do it, it's better than paying high interest rate fees. One thing to be aware of when you are transferring your balance from a 0% balance transfer credit card is you may be charged a fee. So this can be around 3%. I got charged 3% and then that charge gets added onto the balance that's remaining on your credit card. So that is one thing that you need to bear in mind. Also, you can go online, there's various websites that will show you if you are going to be eligible for the balance transfer before you apply, because this will help you and prevent you from harming your credit score in case you get rejected. But it is worth remembering that the advertised rate you may not get. So it did happen to me the first time, and they advertised a certain amount that I could transfer over and for a length of time, the 0% interest. Both of these things were reduced. So I wasn't able to transfer the full balance, which was really annoying and quite unfortunate, but I wasn't able to transfer full balance. And also the interest-free period was reduced. So I had a smaller time frame to clear the debt over, which is another reason as to why you may want to do a second 0% balance transfer at the end of the period if you haven't cleared the debt. Another tip for clearing your credit card is budget. I budget every month. Now, people do it differently, and I don't necessarily budget for specific things each month, but I'm going to share with you how I manage my money. So I have two bank accounts. I have one with a regular high street bank, and I also have one with an app-only bank. So I also bank with Monzo. So my regular high street bank, my salary gets paid into that bank, and I use that as my bills account. My Monzo account, therefore, is my saving and spending account. So when my salary gets paid into my bills account every month, I work out how much I have to spend on my bills. So I actually use notes on my phone. So I have an iPhone, I use notes. In there I list how much my monthly salary is. This doesn't include overtime or anything like that. This is my basic salary. I then work out what my bills are. So you need to work out everything from your rent, your mortgage, any car payments, anything that you pay each month in bills. Include this in your budget and in your list. In my bills, I also include regular payments. So I regularly get my nails done, my hair, I like to include them as a bill because they're things that come out every single month and I like to get them done. They are luxuries, so they can be taken away from that, but because I like getting them done and I don't spend money anywhere else, I include them in my bill, so I know that I've always covered for them every month. So as part of my budget, I'm never going to be left short for those things that I like to do. Also, I like to check in my bills bank account every month. So when the payment has gone out, I actually create the checklist within my notes and I tick it off. So I know that that bill has been paid and whether that corresponds with how much money I've got left in my bills account for that month. So what I do then is once I've worked out the total for what my bills are, I take that amount away from what my monthly salary is. And then whatever I have left, I transfer over to my second account. So I transfer that over to my Monzo account. So in my Monzo account, I have then divided everything into pots. So I have a current account. I actually live off £100 a month. But by living off, I don't mean I use it to buy food. My food is classed as a bill. So anything that's classed as a bill is already accounted for. So my living off is things I like to do for fun. So going out for dinner, going to the cinema, getting a takeaway, anything like that is in my living off sum of money. So that's my £100. Anything spare I have from how much I want to live off then goes across my pots or into my savings. So if I'm saving for multiple things, so I am already saving for Christmas, so I budget a certain amount each month. So for me, it's £25. Could be any amount. So I know that by the time I reach Christmas, I've got enough money and I don't have to fork out a large sum of money just before Christmas, which then leaves me skint for the remaining month. So I use Monzo for all my pots and to manage my spending. And I also have had a pot in my Monzo for my credit card. So anything extra that I wasn't saving for, anything like that, went straight into my credit card saving account. So then when I worked out all my money and where everything was going, I went and paid the credit card off immediately. So that's where it comes from. Pay yourself first. I'm paying myself first because I'm clearing my debt. And if I do it at the beginning, then I won't be tempted to dip into my credit card savings and use it for something else, and it means that I am clearing my credit card off. There are also a variety of budgeting apps available, so if you don't want to budget the way that I just described, you can use an app to do it for you. So there's apps like Emma, such as Yolt, Money Dashboard, things like that. They connect your bank accounts and they can help you analyse your spending and categorise your spending so that you know where your money is going, and at least then that's the first step to being aware of what you're spending your money on and what money you have available to save. There's also some apps out there that can help you to save your money. So we've got articles on all of these on our website. We've got the best budgeting apps in the UK, the best saving apps in the UK, best investing apps in the UK. We have all of these available for you, which I'll put a link to below this video, and you can check them out. So finally, when I cleared my credit card off, I got a second job. Now, I know it's not ideal for everyone, but I started to work as a waitress in a pub. So I did evening work, weekend work, and I was waitressing, just earning a bit of extra money, and every single penny from that second job went to clear my credit card because I have a set goal. My set goal was I need to clear my credit card before I start saving for a house. I want to achieve that goal this year, so what I'm going to do is to clear my credit card debt off, and any extra money is going to go and pay that off. So I know it's not for everyone, but it does help. There are ways where you don't have to go out of the house. You don't have to go work in a pub, but you could go work in a supermarket. Or you could do something online. You could do a side hustle, you could make things, sell them online, sell old clothes, anything like that. We've got a few articles on the website that can help you try and make money from home to try and help you clear your credit card debt. There's also some websites, if you're skilled in anything, skilled in social media, in writing, proofreading, you can advertise yourself on these websites and people can choose you to do jobs for them and you can get paid. So that can also be your second job, and all the money you earn from that can then go towards your credit card. So that's it from me today. I would really love to hear any of your saving tips. If you've managed to pay off a credit card, if you have any questions or want me to explain anything in more detail, how I managed to clear my credit card debt. I understand some of these tips won't work for everyone, but just hopefully you can take something away from here that would help you to try and manage your finances a bit better and to help you try and clear that debt. If you'd like to follow us on our social media, that's our Facebook, Money to the Masses, our Instagram, @Money to the Masses, and our Twitter, @Money to the Masses, with the number 2. Thanks so much for watching.